I have coffee. I have box. I have the book. Ha ha. Well, good morning, everybody. It is not 7 a.m. yet. But I'm going to put this thing together. Let's check out and find out whether or not this is something that I will use as much as I'm hoping I will use. I know I will definitely use it a lot more than I'll ever use our barbecue, because I can do so much more on this. Let's get this thing out of the box and get it put together. Dirty table. Hoping that's big enough. Required book, screwdriver, coffee. Okay, let's check out to make sure we got everything. We got the handle. This is the regulator. There we go. Alrighty. The drip tray. Woo, don't lose the plastics. Oh, the knobs. Oh, there's the legs. Okay, so for some reason, I thought this drip tray was actually plastic, but it's not. Wow. All right. Put this all up here. Now, there's a pretty good chance that the legs won't fit on this, but I'm hoping they will. Let's find out. Okay. So I finally got this thing put together, or take all the, let me start that sentence again. I finally got all the paper and the plastic out. So this griddle does not just sit on the burner. You actually have to lift the back, so this side, and then that slides forward. So the chances of this falling off by itself are so slim, it's crazy. Well, isn't that just cool? But you guys are lucky you didn't see that, because trust me, it was a little bit more difficult to get that paper and plastic off than you would think. Okay, so this paper's not gonna, or wood's not gonna work. I'm gonna go find another piece of wood. Then we're gonna turn this thing around and put it together the rest of the way. There we are. Now, they're just a couple of pieces of sticks. Now, the reason why I wanted it up on wood is just because it's this old glass patio table, because I don't actually have anything proper to put this thing on yet. But seriously, look at this thing. This is the 22-inch. I don't need bigger than that. There are the full-size ones. This one is what they consider a portable for camping. This is the same size as my barbecue. Wow, I'm talking and there's an echo coming off the lid. Can you believe it? That's crazy. Anyway, it's a 22-inch. It's the 1813. Yeah, model 1813. It uses the little 1-pound propane tanks, but you can get the adapter. But let's put the handle and everything on this, and let's figure out if I can season this the way it's supposed to be seasoned. Alrighty. Did I grab the right size screwdriver? No, but it works. It'll still work. Sorta, maybe. There we go. Oops. I think I was putting that screw in the wrong way. I think we have a problem, George. There it is. Found it. Drop the screw. There we go. Handles on. All right. How do these things go on? Let's find out. There we go. Okay, last part is the regulator. Oh, I just realized that little piece of paper is still on the bottom. We have to take that off, guys. Hold on. This guy right here, we need to take off. That is our serial number, I think. Oh, it doesn't come off. It stays there. Oh, okay. Learned something new today. All right, let's check inside. Make sure there's nothing inside that we need to take out before we fire this up for the first time. Nope. Perfect. Alrighty, let's attach our regulator. Before we fire this up for the first time, let's make sure we got it all together the way it should be. We got the little trip tray on the back. Ignitions. Turn knob to off position. Push in knob and release. Knob should spring back. Is that how you turn it on? Wow. All right then. Okay, so it uses the little 1 pound propane tanks. Now, I know this is an older tank, but we do keep the cap on, and we keep them in the garage. Now, this one, I just want to use it out. So we're going to attach this 1 pound propane tank. And let's see if we can season this poor guy and get this working. And yes, make sure you keep the little rubber cap for when you take the tank off. All right. So how to light your grill. Check valves. Turn knobs to off position, which they are. All right. Taking the book off. Open the lid. Push the knob in to start gas flowing. All right, so we have gas. Nothing's happening. Okay, it says let it sit for 5 minutes and try again, so that's what we're gonna do. I got it to light. All right, both burners are lit. All right, now if I read all the instructions correctly, we have to let this get hot. Ooh, look at that. Condensation. And then we can start to season this. So let's let it get hot, and it should change color as it's getting hot. Now the instructions also say don't close the lid. So, alrighty, let's see how long this is gonna take. Look at the condensation coming along on this thing. Wow. So yeah, this is a totally new experience for me. This ought to be interesting. But wow, there's already some heat coming. Alrighty, let's let this thing heat up, and then we will start the seasoning process. Yeah, it is starting to change color a tiny bit. So the knobs are on max. So when I was reading the instructions, it said keep it on high, and we go through this process. So let's see how well this works. Wow. I'm gonna have to get one of those, you know, temperature gun things. So I collected my vegetable oil and my tongs, and I had to trap the paper towel back there. Oh, I should probably move that flour. Oh my gosh, Tammy. There we go. Oh, it's starting to smoke with the residues and things. Definitely starting to turn black in there. I did a lot of reading on Blackstone. They've got a YouTube page. I'll link it below too. But They also did say that the darkest areas will be your hottest areas, so not bad. Flames going along down in there beautifully. Here we go. It's getting there. It's almost hot. Yay. And try and keep you guys as far from the heat as I can. Okay, so apparently the seasoning is relatively easy, but time consuming. You need to do it 3 times and let the oil burn off every time. So let's get some oil on here. I got my tongs, and let's spread this around. And yes, this gets very, very hot. Getting in all the nooks and crannies here too. I think I need a little bit more on the edges here. There we go. So I was watching a video of a gentleman that does a lot of stuff with Blackstones, and he posted a video on the Blackstone site, and he was doing this with his hands. Like, seriously, no. Alright guys, I'm gonna let this burn off, and I'm gonna do it 2 more times, and then we're gonna see if I can cook on a Blackstone. Still smoking a little bit, and this is still from season number 1, but look how well it's actually given me the info. Ha! It's telling me it's hot spots. Seasoning number 2. Look at the smoke. Isn't that crazy? All right, we got to do this 1 more time, and then we're gonna test this thing out. Are we ready for number 3? No, but we're gonna do it anyway. There's number 3. Look at this smoke. Ah! It's almost ready, guys. Now, this is still screaming hot. It's on max, which means that surface is probably about 500, give or take. Now, of course, we're going to put some pancakes on this, probably along the front where it's not quite so hot, but I'm going to turn the temperature down. So we'll say medium, okay? There we go. That'll give that a chance to cool. I have my little squeeze bottle of water that we're going to use to clean it off here in a moment. I've got my scraper. Now, I don't have a proper flat spatula, so I'm just going to use that. And of course, our tongs. But let's give it a quick clean, and then we'll let it cool for a minute, and then we'll make some pancakes. Now, apparently, going through all the books and things, you will use a lot of water. Woo, steamy! Look at that, it just literally comes right off. Quick little clean, and then a quick little tiny re-oil, and then we're gonna go in and make some pancake batter, just a little bit. Alrighty, let's go in and make some pancake batter while this last little bit of oil smokes off. So I made more pancake batter than of course I need, but I want to put them in a couple of places. I want to see how this works out. So let's make some little pancakes. Oh my gosh, my first griddle. Okay. All right, 1. Let's put 1 over here. 2. Now, I did leave it sit here for a bit, so I'm really hoping that it's cool enough for pancakes. And then, of course, any pancakes that are left over, I'll just eat them for lunch. I don't care. Pancakes are always good. All right, you know, I have enough for 2 more. Let's put them all in. Why not? Now this pancake batter is a little thicker, but mostly because I really wasn't sure how far they would spread and things, so I can tell you they smell good. So I know it's kind of like cooking on cast iron in the house. You kind of have to let them go a bit. I know I'm gonna burn things on this, but I guess I'll find out how bad I'm gonna burn things as I go. Yeah, they smell good. Oh my gosh, just saying. All right. It's like watching paint dry, isn't it? But in a good way. I know I shouldn't be playing with it yet, but I need to learn how long to leave things. See? See how it's a little bit darker? So we may have to season it a little bit more, but that's okay, guys. We will learn how to take care of this. Yeah, see, they're sticking back here. Oh, not too bad, though. A little dark. Okay, so to be honest with you, it could be a lot worse. So they're a little overcooked, but that's okay. So they're really not sticking too bad. It could definitely be worse, that's for sure. Look at that. They're nicely cooked. Definitely could be a lot worse. All right, that one was definitely worse. Okay, so the first foray, not pretty, but that's okay. Let's give this a clean. It does clean easily. Except for the steam. Woohoo, steamy. Okay, the good thing about that is that the little pieces that did stick, it came right off. Cool. All right. Let's get some more oil on this thing. And we're gonna let it sit here even longer to re-season, okay? Okay, our first foray, not pretty, but that's okay. The pancakes, by the way, they came out really good. They are cooked. They're a little dark, but that's okay. So I'm gonna let this sit here. Now it's not on high, it's on a medium. I'm gonna turn it up a little bit. I'm gonna come out, I think I'm gonna season it a couple of more times. Now, of course, if you're gonna cook meat or bacon, it'll keep seasoning it even more. But once I learn how to use this thing even better, the pancakes will come out great. All right, I'm gonna go eat, and then we'll come back and season this again shortly. Well, it does cool down pretty quick once it is turned off. So I am going to give it one more little coat of oil, and the next time I fire it up, it will burn off. But being that it's outside and my pancakes did not come out the best, I figure put some oil on it, protect the metal, because hey, don't forget guys, this thing is cast iron. I want to prevent rust as much as possible because hey, we're cooking on this, right? There we go. A nice, good, healthy coating of oil. Close this guy up. And time to clean this thing. My first foray, not very good, but that's okay. It did work. So now I'm gonna have to season it probably a lot better, but that's okay. As like I said, it'll get done and hopefully it won't stick. Now, I used up the last of my 1 pound propane tank. There was not much in there. It was not even a quarter full, which was more than enough for those initial seasonings. But if I had a full one, I would probably let this go for a little bit longer. Yay. But anyway, thanks for coming out as I cracked open my new toy. I'm going to enjoy this a little bit too much. Anyway guys, have a fabulous rest of your day. I got to get cleaned up. I have oil all over me now because this chick still got to go to work. We'll see you next time as we continue our simpler life on PEI. Time to go wash this out. Bye for now.